Hello, welcome to today's class. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found a nice space and time in your day to be able to practice, get some good stretches in, some time out, and hopefully quiet your mind a little bit if things have been a bit crazy and hectic for you. So we will be doing, you know what, I actually don't have a plan today. I'm just going to take it as it comes and just see how we're feeling, what I'm feeling. Let's just see where it takes us. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so we will be starting with our posture, thinking about lifting our spines up nice and tall, really paying attention to the way we sit because it impacts us so much in our breathing, in our spine, in terms of reducing any pains or potential problems and weaknesses. So if you tend to spend a lot of time at a desk and you're hunched over, you're really throwing off your spine quite a lot there. And we don't really want to have to deal with any issues further down the line. So let's lift our spines tall, roll our shoulders back and engage your core here. So we're lifting up through the rib cage. And if this feels really strange for you and uncomfortable and you feel, I don't know if I can hold this for very long, then it's probably a good indication of the need to actually spend more time thinking about the posture. So if you find yourself, your lower back is starting to slouch and your shoulders are rounding, bring it back up, engage the core, use your muscles. Okay, so let's just roll the shoulders back, release any tension if we can in our shoulders, and roll the other way. We're going to go into a side stretch, so we'll start by placing the right hand on the mat beside us. Breathing in, take the left arm up, and as you breathe out, reaching over to the right, so keeping the chest open here, not twisting. Doesn't matter how low you can get down to the ground here. What matters is that you're getting a really nice stretch down the left side of your body. Breathing in, bring it up, and as you breathe out, place the left hand on the mat. Breathing in, take the right arm up, and as you breathe out, reaching over to the left side. Breathing in, bring the arm up, and as you breathe out, rest on the mat in front of you. We're going to interlink our fingers, and we're going to stretch up as we make a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then as you breathe out through the nose, release the hands and place them on the mat in front of you. And we will go into sun salutation. So we're going to do one round today. Nice and steady, just as always, an opportunity just to check in with ourselves and how our bodies are feeling today. So coming to the standing position at the top of your mat. Just going to tie my hair back. And then we will take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose as we bring our palms to chest. Breathing in, take the arms to the ceiling. Breathing out, hands to the mat. Breathing in, right leg back. Hold the breath to plank position. And breathing out, knees, chest, forehead to the mat. Breathing in, scoop up. Curl the toes, breathe out, hips to ceiling. Breathing in, right leg forward, drop the left knee. Breathing out, left leg forward into the forward fold. Breathing in, hands to ceiling. Breathe out, palms to chest. Breathing in, hands to ceiling. Breathing out, hands to the mat. Breathing in, left leg back. Open the chest here. Hold the breath to plank position. And breathing out, knees, chest, forehead to the mat. Breathing in, scoop up. Curl the toes, breathe out, hips to ceiling. Breathing in, left leg forward, drop the right knee. Breathing out, right leg forward into the forward fold. Breathing in, hands to ceiling. Breathe out, palms to chest. So we're going to go into a forward fold now. So as you breathe in, reach up as high as you can. And as you breathe out, reach forward and down. And just let your arms and your head dangle here. So your legs are straight, but there's a softness in the knee. You can grab your elbows, rock side to side. Or you can just stay there. Maybe your hands touch the floor. Maybe you're nowhere near the floor. It doesn't matter. It's where your body's at right now. Planting the hands down, I'm going to take the right leg back into runner's lunge. So making sure that the left knee is above the ankle, not in front of it. Opening up the chest here and getting a lovely stretch through the front of the right hip. Take some nice deep breaths here. This feels good today. You're going to drop the right knee to the floor. You're going to take the torso up. As you breathe in, raise the arms up into warrior arms, palms facing inwards. And then as you breathe out, dropping your hips forward to deepen the lunge. So work with your body. If that's too much, then just take it back. So your arms are straight, but your shoulders are relaxed down here. As you breathe in, take the hips back. Use your hands to steady yourself as you take the weight back onto the right heel, keeping that left leg straight and the foot flexed to get a lovely stretch down the back of the left hamstring. And taking the weight forward, planting the hands down, and take the left leg back into downward dog. So feel free to give it a nice pedal out here if you wish. I'm going to do the other side. So taking the right foot forward into runner's lunge, this time feeling a nice stretch on the front of the left hip. Nice steady breaths in and out through the nose, relaxing into the position. And then we'll drop the left knee to the floor, raising the torso up. As you breathe in, take the arms into warrior. And then as you breathe out, taking the hips forward to deepen the lunge. Get a lovely deeper stretch through the front left hip. Take a moment just to check in with your jaw and your facial muscles. Use the out breath just to relax any tension. And breathing in, bring the weight back. Plant the hands down to steady yourself, and then we'll be taking the weight back onto our heel, straightening the right leg this time, flexing the foot, getting the stretch down the back of the right leg. So you're bringing the weight forward, planting the hands down, this time right leg back into downward facing dog. And again, feel free to give a little pedal out here if you wish. Okay, and then we're going to drop to our knees. We're going to take a moment to rest in child's pose. So resting your forehead on the mat and arms beside you. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Release any tension. Just sink into the floor here. Okay, I'm going to very slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra. And then rolling the shoulders back. We're going to give our feet a nice little stretch while we're here. So we're going to take the weight forward, tuck the toes under, and then very carefully sit back on your heels. If this is agony, then just come back down, release the toes. And then we're going to roll the shoulders back, interlink the fingers behind us, opening up the chest here. Nice easy breaths in and out through the nose. You can always close your eyes if you wish. Again, just release any tension in your facial muscles. Come down off your feet at any time if you feel the need to. And releasing the hands, take the weight forward onto our hands. Give those feet a little shake, release any tension. Tap them on the floor if you want. Whatever you need to do. I'm going to stretch the fronts of our feet now. So sitting back on your heels, take the weight back so your knees start to come off the floor. Not that high. You should feel a nice stretch on the top of your feet now. It's an area we don't stretch very often, if at all. And then slowly come back down. And we'll make our way onto all fours for a little bit of cat-cow. So wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. And then as breathing in, head and tailbone up. As we breathe out, arch the back, head and the tailbone under. As always, go at the pace of your breath. Use it as an opportunity to get deep breaths. Really work through the spine. And slow things down a little bit. And we'll bring it back to neutral. I'm going to stick inset, so starting with the left leg extended, right arm. Good one for balance and core strength. And then back to neutral, and then we'll do the other side. So right leg, left arm. And back to the centre. And we'll just walk the hands forward about a foot and do some hip rotation, so really loosening those hips up. Nice big circles. And then reverse direction. Oh, that was my knee. And back to neutral. So walking the hands back to position, we're just going to do a side stretch with cat-cow, so might be called walking the cat, taking the cat for a walk, whatever you want to call it. So we'll start by going to the left, so just walking your hands around. And then you should feel a really nice stretch down the right side of your body. And then we'll walk back to the other side. Take it for a walk over to the right. And back to centre. And then keeping those arms out front, we're going to sit back into child's pose. We're going to keep those arms extended. So if you want to walk your fingers forward, really stretch, spread those fingers, ground your palms into the floor. As you feel a nice stretch through your arms, through your shoulders and your back. And from here, we're going to walk our fingertips over to the right side. So feel free to wander off the mat. Get a really nice stretch down the left side. If you want, you can put your left hand onto its fingertips to really deepen the stretch. And then spider walk the fingers back to centre. And then over to the left side. And again, putting the right hand onto fingertips if you wish. And walking the fingers back to centre. And then lifting up. As we lift up, we're going to really arch our back. So imagine that we've got a tie around our waist and we're being lifted up. Ooh, like arched cat's back. Oh, there we go. Right, so we're going to take a step back, well not step, we're going to sit back on our heels because we're going to go and do, totally forgot the name of it. No, totally forgot the name. It will come to me in a minute, hopefully. Oh, that's bad. Should remember that one. Well, we start off on our knees, and what we're doing is going backwards here. So I'm sure you'll all be going, this is what it is, Joe, this is the name. I'm just completely blanking on what it's called here. So there's 3 variations to this pose, depending on your spine flexibility. The goal is to have your hips as much over your knees as possible. The goal is not to be reaching backwards. So the way we start, and just bear with if you haven't done this before, breathing in, bring your shoulders to your ears, roll your shoulders back, and then holding your heels. And like I say, drawing your hips forward here into the pose. But if you can't touch your heels, you can tuck your toes under, brings your heels about a foot closer. Terrible joke, terrible joke. And that might help you here. But if that's still too much for you and you can't touch your heels, please use your hands to support your lower back so that you're lifting the spine up and going into the back bend. So again, keeping those hips above the knees. If you're in this position, then you're actually only really working your arms here, not getting the stretch. So you're trying to open up your chest and you're trying to get a nice back bend here. So whichever one it is that's comfortable for you and works for your flexibility, then go for it. When you're ready to come out of the pose, bring your head up first. And then we're going to take a rest back again in child's pose as the counter pose. So you might feel your back going as it makes its way back down. So forehead on the mat, resting those arms by your side. Camel pose, that's what it's called. I knew I'd get there in the end. Sorry, everybody. So working the spine as you make your way up. Just going to cross our feet over, roll back onto our bums and make our way forward. We're going to go into half bridge now. So coming down onto the backs. It's a good counter pose as well, a camel pose. Working the spine one way, the other, and just building the core strength here. So feet and knees are hip width apart, and you're drawing the heels just close enough so you can just touch them if you're stretching your fingertips. Arms resting by your side, palms face down. And then as we breathe in, lift the hips up, really raising the hips up to the ceiling, keeping those knees in alignment with your hips. And then if you want to, interlinking your fingers, tucking those shoulders in a bit more to get more height with your hips here. Keeping your head looking upwards. So working those glutes and those thighs to really keep yourself lifted up. And then releasing your hands if they're interlinked and use them as a break as you very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll your way back down. And when your hips touch the floor, we're going to hug it out in a releasing pose. So chest, knees to chest, nose to knees, keeping your feet parallel, not crossed. Nice tight hug. If you've got any neck problems, then rest your head on the floor. And we'll rest the head on the floor. Release the feet, keeping them, the knees bent. We'll take the arms out to the side, 90 degrees, palms face down. We're just going to window wiper our knees side to side. So again, releasing any tension you might have in your lower back, just loosening the hips. And then next time, the knees are over to the right side, drop them to the floor. Turn your head to your left hand. And if you want to deepen the twist, then extending that top leg so your left foot is making its way towards the right hand. I'm not saying it's going to touch the hand or even be close, but it's aiming for that direction. You can always place your right hand on the outside of your left thigh to help get into the twist, but use the out breath just to sink into the twist. You might have a lot of tension in your spine. And bring that top leg back, bring knees to neutral, head to neutral, and then we'll drop the knees over to the other side. So knees to the left, turn your head to your right hand, and then extending that top leg. And bringing that top leg back, knees to neutral, head to neutral, and then we'll hug it out again in a releasing pose, Pawanmuktasana. Maybe you can gently rock side to side if you want extra back massage here. We're going to extend the legs, raise the arms above the head, full body stretch here, nice deep breath in and out. And then resting the arms by the side and preparing for your relaxation, so how you want to end your session today. So if you want to end in Shavasana, taking the legs so that they are hip or mat width apart, getting yourself nice and comfortable here. So tucking those shoulder blades under, just let the feet relax out to the side. Arms by your side, palms faced upwards. Just gently close your eyes, take some nice gentle breaths in and out through the nose. Remember, you can bend your knees if you have any tension in your lower back. So just focusing your mind on the in-breath, your tummy rising. And how you're noticing how your tummy falls on the out-breath. Just observing your breath. You may choose to use the out-breath just to release tension in your body, allowing your muscles just to relax as you sink deeper into the floor. If your mind wanders off, then just bring it back to your breathing. You may want to imagine yourself somewhere that you find particularly calming and peaceful. So it may be your favourite beach, wherever that is in the world. Maybe you are out in the countryside. Wherever you are, just being aware of your surroundings. And relaxing your body. Calming your mind. Whenever you wish to end your relaxation, slowly making your way to your right side and resting there for a moment. And when you're ready, very slowly coming to a seated position to end your practice. So thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the class. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.